Good evening, everyone. I guess I've waited long enough, and I did tell some people that I was going to start a video blog. Well, today is December 19th, 2011, and I really do believe it's high time that we opened up the doors of communication when we're talking about unprotected sex. First, let me give you a few facts. There is a virus now that's deemed a pandemic. It's called HIV. The virus has now killed over 20 million people, and it has existed for 30 years this year. I've just taken a personal survey of asking some people, professionals, a cross-section of the community, most of the people that are at low or high risk, just simple questions of what they know about HIV. And I'm very, very disappointed in the answers that I'm getting. The basic answers about prevention, transmission, and the definition. Most people don't even know the 5 fluids that transmit HIV. Yes, I ask people every day, and I still get the same answers. Saliva, tears, urine, those fluids indeed carry the virus, but they will not have enough sustainable virus to infect anyone, or there hasn't been any reported cases. So today I'd like to declare war on the ignorance and the myths of HIV and AIDS by offering some video blogs, some education, and some free classes. Let me give you a little bit of background about myself. I'm a health educator for Center for Health Justice. We're an outside agency that provides STD awareness and HIV education for the inmates. I also do other lectures and programs, and I speak at various recovery centers and support groups for HIV, and also support groups for people that are not HIV. I found in the community that the people that go to groups and go to the doctor or are infected or affected directly as far as the family members concerned definitely know a lot more than people that don't come across this every day, don't deal with it, or don't think that they're high at risk. So my main message today to people is to get tested. Every 9 minutes, there's a new diagnosis. The highest in new diagnosis right now is African American women. Sad as it seems, the very people that you know next door, down the street, round the corner, go to school with, work with, are all at risk, and no one's talking to them. I find myself asking people in my class that their moms, dads, uncle, aunties, cousins, uncle, somebody down the line mention to them that while they're out there playing, to always remember to play safe. And the reasons being is that they can catch or spread something that can remain with them for the rest of their lives. Most people look at me a little dumbfounded when I just ask a simple question: what do you know about the virus that's existed for 30 years and killed over 20 million people? One lady actually told me HPV. One lady actually said, I don't think I've ever heard of it. And I thought, surely she must have been wrong, and I must have said something that was incorrect. So I reiterated, HIV or AIDS. She said, oh, I've heard of that. She said, but they cured Magic Johnson, so I'm sure things are getting better now. And I just thought that the general public may not get a class, may not get a group, may not get a family member or a direct friend that's infected or affected, and so they may miss a little knowledge. So hopefully in my future video blogs and clips, I'll help people understand HIV and AIDS, and I'll also encourage people that know about HIV and AIDS to call someone that they love. I often ask class members, if someone told you about some awesome information that could possibly save other members of your family's life, who would you call? At the beginning of the class, of course, there's 1 or 2 names mentioned, but by the end of the course that I teach, then the names begin to grow, and they feel that a need to speak in their community, to talk to people that are around them, and not be afraid to mention it. One more story, and I'll let you go for today. I got on the train this morning, and I spoke to a lady, and I thought, you know, this lady looks pretty smart, and she was about middle age, and I thought I'd ask her if she had any kids. She said, I have 3. One was 10, one was 14, and one was 23. I said, really? I said, so they're probably sexually active, 2 of them. She said, yes. I said, have you talked to them about the birds and the bees and using protection? She said, yes, of course. I said, have you given them any information on HIV and AIDS? She said, well, not too much. I said, well, do you know the 5 fluids that would endanger you or would infect you? And she said, I do know them, but I don't really know them right offhand. I said, well, this is some information that you can give your children. And I instructed her about the 5 fluids, being 2 from the man, 2 from the woman, and 1 we both share. I'm not going to give you the answers right now. I hope you challenge your own knowledge and try to figure that out. If you don't know, if you do know, please comment on the blog and let people know that you do know something about HIV and AIDS. And if you'd like to leave a blog within a blog saying what you do know, that would be very helpful. The lady answered that she knew 3 of the fluids, and she gave me 3 of the fluids. She didn't know the other 2, so I instructed her about the other 2 fluids that she was missing, and I encouraged her to call her children that were over 13 and able to accept or legally be taught about HIV and AIDS and other STIs, and let them know what she had learned today on the bus. I encourage you, if you never see another clip, if you never hear anyone else talk, be the auntie, be the uncle, be the mother, be the father that sits down pre-diagnosis and tell your children, tell your cousins, tell your best friends to get tested. If you don't know when to get tested, please tune in to future video blogs. I'm going to give a testing schedule. I'm actually going to do a slideshow showing HIV life cycle and also some treatment information. So my name is Merrill Crump. I'm a health educator and harm reduction specialist for Center for Health Justice. I'm tuning out for today. I hope I've jogged your mind. I hope I've encouraged you to talk to someone, look up a website, check out something on the internet pertaining to the pandemic that's existed 30 years, killed over 20 million people. If you don't know, ask somebody. This is part of an In Your Face campaign. Thank you very much, and good night.